Hi guys, I'm here today with a brand new super interesting camera. It was on Kickstarter I think in July. Now it's on Indiegogo and it's supposed to be delivered then in November 2023, so you can buy it there for a little bit lower price. And the special thing here is the awesome night vision. So this camera can deliver high quality colorful night vision even without artificial illumination, and so it plays a little bit in the same league as the Vicecam V3, which came out about 3 years ago and is of course much cheaper, cost only about 1/3 or 1/4 of the price of this one here, and is also quite smaller. So the comparison is of course not super fair, but this is the only thing which I have, and for me the Vicecam V3 has always been the best solution for me when it comes to colorful night observation. By the way, both of the cameras can be used inside and outside, so we can turn off the lights, the night light. I mean, it has some artificial illumination if you want that, but you don't have to use that. You can find already quite some footage from outside from this camera, but I wanted to make this video a little bit different, and so I've been observing the outside area from inside. The same thing which I've always been doing with the Vicecam V3, because this can also be a really nice thing when you want to keep your cameras safe inside. And so I'm going to show you what's here in the package, how to set it up, how to use, and then of course compare the footage with the Vicecam V3. And so here we have the camera in the package, KAWA T6 Pro security camera. It has a crazy low optical aperture of f1.0. If you do some photographing, you know how crazy this is. This could definitely help to make some great nighttime footage. It has a quad-core CPU with human detection AI and a lot of other features. And here on the other side we have the QR code for the Android Play Store app and the Apple app, and even some support information and websites. So let's open this package, see what we got. We get this very detailed instructions manual and the camera itself. Then let's check on the accessories. Of course the power supply, then some mount, even some drilling pattern. And so on one side of the cable we have a possible Ethernet port, which we could use, but we don't have to use it because it has also wireless here built in, and this is then for the power supply. And so here we are. It's not a super small camera, but also not super large one. I would say it has a really nice convenient size, and the mount is super flexible, so we can untighten it here, and so you can see we can basically point it to any possible direction, and we can even remove this thing totally. So we just have this cable here inside, so it's much easier to drill and then secure it, and then after that we mount the camera back. When it comes to downloading the right app, I have some important information, especially for the KAWA T6 Pro, because this QR code here leads to the KAWA IoT, which is not the suitable app. You can see we have these different KAWA apps. Here we have the IoT, but here for the T6 Pro we have to use this one here, KAWA ALOT or AIoT. So download and install this one here. And of course during the setup it will ask to give some permission. We have to allow, and then we have to sign up for a new account and give authorization for the exact location. So I've been able to activate my account through the email. It didn't work with the SMS, but I guess this is just a temporary problem. So let's see how easy this is to connect. So I plug it in and connect the camera to the power. Let's see what happens. We see this red light, and so we click on the plus icon and we select the T6 Pro. Now they want me to install micro SD card. I don't know if it's needed or not. As far as I can see, there was none of them in the package, but I have plenty of them. So let's open this here, remove the cover, recommended to use only class 10 or higher as usual. Looks like the pins go to the back, so we push it here inside, fully down. Okay, I've been a little bit too early with the power, so we disconnect and reconnect again. I leave this open for the moment because I guess that's the reset. Some instruction about the Ethernet connection. Press and hold the reset button until you hear a prompt. Let's do that here. Okay, should have been the reset. And I do the Wi-Fi connection here. Of course, like always, 2.4 is recommended. You can usually also use a combined 2.4 and 5G. And it's always highly recommended to be already connected with your phone to the same 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network which you want to use for the camera. After connection is established, you can use any other Wi-Fi network or 3G, 4G, 5G whatsoever. Then we provide the password for the Wi-Fi and click on next step. Send sound wave. We click on that. Okay, I heard this prompt. Please wait. It says connecting. So the binding is now successful. I had a little bit of problem at the beginning. So it's really important when you hear this beeping sound that you increase the volume on your smartphone to almost maximum so that the camera can really hear the beeping sound. So let's go to next step. And so we have stable connection. You can see that there is a little bit of delay. Of course, we are not super close to the Wi-Fi router, but I think it's okay for now. So I'm going to place the camera now at the window and then let's see how it's performing, especially during the night. And so here we are in the live view of the app. The awesome thing is that I can use even the Android emulation on Windows 11, so I can not only use the app or the camera on my phone, I can also use it on my computer, switching back and forth between these two apps. And so it's of course important that we are using high resolution and not SD. I have turned off the microphone because I'm using the camera here inside, and so we can take a live picture here, or we can start recording right away from here, and then it will be saved locally, and from there I can share it to the cloud, let's say Google Photos or so, very easily. It's not encrypted, that's also a good thing. I can also go to full screen, and so this proves that the image quality is absolutely fantastic. And so here I have the exact same situation from the Vicecam V3. It's also a nice image. We definitely cannot complain. Both cameras are inside again, they are not outside, and both are delivering good results. But of course, when we are switching back to the KAWA T6 Pro, we can see it's a huge upgrade, definitely much higher quality. Let's also check a little bit of the functions. We have the settings here. We have the basic function settings with the status light, which we can turn off. We can include timestamp or not. We can rotate the video. We have even a special night vision, of course, with this soft light, but I'm not using this inside because it wouldn't be good. And then we have the alarm settings. We can set the motion detection to low, medium or high. We have even a noise detection, which is also good, and we have the video frequency. And we can also set a forbidden area, so we could mark an area where nobody is allowed to enter, and only if somebody enters here, then we will get an alarm. I'm resetting this here again. And then of course we can activate human detection, face capture or face detection. Unfortunately, I don't have any information about the pricing of the AI, but for me it looks like it's included in the camera, which is awesome. So we don't have to pay for a subscription. We only need to subscribe when we want to have additional cloud storage, but we can also use the internal micro SD card. Of course, you also have to buy this. It's not coming with an included micro SD card. Then we can share the device and upgrade the firmware if it's available. But even though the camera is at an early stage, it works really reliable already. In the very rare cases I had a problem with some lags, I have been restarting it and the problem was solved, but I heard there is already a new software available. And so let's check on the human detection. Here we have the overview, and that's absolutely awesome. So we get an overview of the latest human detection, and the human detection has been working absolutely awesome. We can also select different dates if you want. Of course, a lot of people are not showing me, so it's a little bit difficult to show you something in detail, but we can click on the image and see the details. Maybe something special here that it has been recognizing this person even with this water protection here from the back. Yeah, let's see if it has found one thing from me. Yeah, that's me from the back. So this helps already a lot. And in the face capture, it hasn't found anything. I don't know why. Then we could activate a built-in siren because, of course, it has microphone and speaker. We can also make like a phone call and talk to somebody. We could activate a flash and then, of course, the light for the night. So after I click on the light, you can see the lights here inside, definitely not suitable for inside, but if you like that outside, this could be a help as well. Then we have the replay, can see everything which it has been recording. We have the noise detection, we have some motion detection, so we can click on it and play it directly from here. Can see really nice. So I stop this again. And we do not only have event recording, we have also the continuous recording if you have subscribed to the cloud, or also on the micro SD card. You can see, you can select the day and time. Of course, with the micro SD card, you have to wait for a little bit till it loads, but this time it was pretty fast. So we can click on something. Yeah, it failed. I'm trying a second time. Maybe it failed because of the emulation. Sometimes the emulations have some restrictions. Maybe it's just because it's at an early stage, but I've checked it on my phone and it was working there. So let's get back to the app. Here we have also this messages overview with the noise detection, move detection. Yeah, pretty cool overview. It has been capturing pretty much everything. I've tested a couple of times, went outside and came back, and it has caught me pretty reliable. But of course, now we want to see the most impressive part, and that's the live pictures or live video from different time of the day. Here during the day, of course, really nice, everything nice and clear. And when we compare to the Vice camera, I mean, the Vice camera doesn't have any problems, of course, at noon or almost at noon usually, but you can see that it lacks of details a lot. So the tree here totally washed out, just a gray area. And when we go back to the KAWA, you can see that's a real tree pattern. So absolutely awesome. You can see also details here in the trees, or also when we go to other areas here, this palm tree compared to this washed out grainy thing from the Vice cam, that's a huge difference. And then something, of course, more interesting when it's getting a little bit dark. Here the Vice cam at 8 p.m. and same image from the KAWA camera, and you can see the difference. Of course, still inside you can see a little bit of mirroring. That has nothing to do with the camera, it's just because it's bright inside. Of course, also here that's not a problem from the Vice camera, but you can still see here, even in the center where we don't have any mirroring, the trees here in the back totally washed out. And when we go to the KAWA camera, we can see much more details, and especially in this region here, or watch the cars here, huge difference. Vice camera pretty washed out, and the KAWA a lot of details. Vice camera, KAWA, Vice camera, KAWA. Yeah, it's a total different league. Then of course even later when it's totally dark, but there is still a little bit of illumination from the tree. I have some solar lights, and you can see that also the Vice camera is doing a pretty good job because it's pretty dark already and it's illuminating everything nicely. But when it comes to details regarding the tree, no details to see, and especially in the back and on the side, yeah, it's hard to see anything. Also watch the cars, and when we check the KAWA image, it's a huge difference. Even here in the back in the dark, you can see some details, and the tree you can see in very detail. So Vice camera, KAWA, Vice camera, KAWA, Vice camera, KAWA, yeah, huge difference. And then let's go to the hardcore stuff. The most important situation when it's really dark outside. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, so a little bit after midnight, and you can see a shot with the LG G5 camera. The bad thing with the LG G5 is that it's not really illuminating a dark area, but the good thing is that it represents the area in a very natural way. So this is pretty much how this looks when you look out of the window with your eyes without any artificial light. Some of the cameras which I have on the side, you can see at the same time they are just producing a black and white image with some infrared illumination. But of course, as you know, we cannot use infrared light through a window, and so from inside we really have pretty much this situation. And so let's check with the Weiss camera. So I would say it's still doing a very good job for an environment which is really dark. I mean, again, that's the area here, and the Weiss camera is squeezing out a lot of light out of this situation with no artificial light. That's very impressive, but of course it's highly struggling with the quality, with the details, everything. And so when we switch to the KAWA, that's also here on a total different level. Also this screen here, that's a reflection from inside. Don't be worried about the reflections on the side. That's just because it's from inside of the window, because I wanted to really show you what's possible from inside of a window to the outside, which is pretty much completely dark, and you can see how fantastic the result is. Really here the cars. Let's go back. Weiss cam, KAWA, Weiss cam, KAWA. Watch these threes, watch the car. Yeah, it's a huge difference. I mean, I'm not blaming the Weiss cam. It's doing a great job for the price, but it definitely has some limitation, and the KAWA is bringing that to a total new level. That's awesome. And so that's it for now. If you're interested in this camera, I'll put down the link where you can buy or pre-order down into the description of the video, so you can check it out and order one right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.